Okay, so I've got both of those brackets installed on their housing, and like I said before, start with a smaller hole, because then when you're measuring from here back to where your hole is, it's easier to find the center point of that hole, because those are the measurements from whatever side we're going on to the center of the hole, and it's easier to measure a smaller hole than it is a larger hole. So now we can go ahead and drill that out to a 3/8 size hole, and using a step bit might be a little bit easier to keep it centered up, because if you just take a 3/8 and start a 3/8 on there, it might waller it out toward one side or the other, and then it'll make your measurement off by just a little bit, which isn't a big deal. It can all be adjusted. If you had to, you could take this and undo it and put a washer under each screw under the bracket and put it back on. That'll float it away from the wall a little bit. There's lots of things you can do to make sure that you get that measurement right. So I'm going to go ahead and drill those out. And then also, this right here is the driver's side headlight, and what we need to do is we need to take one of our eyelets, and we need to, on this, I mentioned in one of my posts on FEOA that the headlights that you get have to have the secondary attachment point right here, which isn't used from, on the Rangers that these headlights belong to. So I don't know why it's there, but I'm glad it is, because that's what we have to use. Take your eyelet bolt and set it inside there and push it all the way back, and then just center it up left and right, and go ahead and mark it. Sorry, it's blurry, I'm doing my best here. Go ahead and mark it, and then that's what you're going to drill out to a 3/16 hole to fit the number 10 bolt, and then on that you're going to put your rubber washer down, or do your metal one first if you'd like, or your rubber one, and then that's what's gonna go there, and that right there is creating the gap between this and that back wall, and whatever this gapping is away from your marker light, you need to match it up here. And that's why I say you might need a few more of these, because if you realize that this top gap is too tight towards your marker light, you're gonna have to add a washer or 2 or 3 to raise that away from it to open up that gap. So, right now I'm just gonna start with one rubber and one metal. I'm gonna drill both of those out on both the headlights, and I'm going to mount that on there, and I'm going to get the other brackets drilled to the 3/8 hole and put those grommets in there. And all the new headlights came with these pieces right here, affixed into that hole and that one. Those you can just go ahead and take out. We're not going to be using those, so do what you'd like with those. After that, I have my transformer brackets, is what I call them, and right now I've got the hole marked on the same side. Even though one's going to be opposite, it's still going to be fine. But what I do there is, on the angled side of the headlight, you got to take your transformer bracket, and the shorter side of it right here, you need to lay down and make it so that this part meets up with the top edge of there within, 1/16 of an inch or so, whatever gets you close. And then just take a Sharpie, mark the back side of it, drill it out, and do that to both of your brackets. I marked the wrong side by accident at first. So drill those, drill the 3/8, drill that, and attach the number 10 eyelets and we'll continue with the next step.